Okay, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Welcome to the Daily Prayer for America and Beyond. This is going to be the book of the prophet of Isaiah, chapter 2. Before we start, let's just begin with the Our Father to say a prayer before we begin. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we also have forgiven our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. And again, I wanted to say welcome. Thank you for stopping by. We're going to be reading the second chapter in the book of Isaiah. Chapter 1, if you didn't see it, we did it yesterday. And if you'd like to see it, I'll put it at the end of the video so that you can check it out. I'm still getting in the groove here, so, it's going to be a little bit unorganized, let's just say. The focus is the book of Isaiah, but I just want to include other prayers to carry the word forward and help maybe you digest it a little bit better. With that, let's begin. Calling of all the Gentiles. Chapter 2. The word that Isaiah, the son of Amoz, was concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. O house of Jacob, come ye, and let us walk in the light of the Lord. Therefore thou hast forsaken thy people, the house of Jacob, because they be replenished from the east, and are soothsayers like the Philistines, and they please themselves in the children of strangers. Their land also is full of silver and gold, neither is there any end of their treasures. Their land is also full of horses, neither is there any end of their chariots. Their land also is full of idols. They worship the work of their own hands, that which make their own fingers have made. And the mean man boweth down, and the great man humbleth himself. Therefore forgive them not. Enter into the rock, and hide thee in the dust, for fear of the Lord, and for the glory of his majesty. The lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low, and upon all the cedars of Lebanon that are high and lifted up, and upon all the oaks of Bashan, and upon all the high mountains, and upon all the hills that are lifted up, and upon every high tower, and upon every fenced wall, and upon all the ships of the Tarshish, and upon all pleasant pictures. And the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. And the idols he shall utterly abolish, and they shall go into the holes of the rocks, and into the caves of the earth, for fear of the Lord, and for the glory of his majesty, when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth. In that day a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which they may each one for himself to worship, to the moles and to the bats, to go into the clefts of the rocks and into the tops of the ragged rocks, for fear of the Lord, and for the glory of his majesty, when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth. Cease ye from man, whose breath is in his nostrils, for wherein is he to be accounted of? I don't know about you, but I start to think about the talk of bunkers, people running into bunkers and making the choice to hide themselves. Sounds extremely similar to that to me. And that's, I think, what's speaking to me mostly about this book. And, just to give you a quick background, I don't have a ton of religious experience, only of what I've researched and what I was brought up with. And, I think all the glory needs to be given. It's once you develop that relationship, you will start to see what that sacrifice was, especially, I believe, if you are, I'm not saying this is just for me, being a parent, it really makes a huge difference. So let me read a couple of prayers to end this. Do John 3:16. I think if you're ever having a down moment and you need to lean on the Lord, you should always be talking with the Lord, not just leaning on him, but giving him the proper relationship, not just when you need him. John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have eternal life. And also a final prayer. I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, even if he dies, will live, and everyone who lives and believes in me will never die. John 11:25-26. That's a good one right there. That was actually my grandmother's prayer card when she passed. God rest her soul. All right, I think that's going to do it for today. I'm going to keep these relatively short. Yesterday was the introduction, and from here on out, I'm just going to be doing a couple of prayers along with the chapters of the book of the prophet of Isaiah. So with that, God bless you all. Thank you so much for coming along, and get in the Word. Get in the Word today. Praise Jesus Christ. God is King. God bless you all. Take care. We'll see you all tomorrow. Before I go, I'll be doing these generally in the evening, so it'll be anytime after 4 o'clock. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.